Well, hello everyone. I'm still making soup. This is my big soup day. Yes, I changed the aprons for each soup, and that is primarily because when I go back to look for the video, the apron is going to determine which soup I'm making. So I wore one for the two creams. I did cream of broccoli and cheddar, cream of cauliflower and cheddar, both high protein. And I did another apron for the hamburger vegetable. And the one I'm about to make, when I say making it up as I go, I really am. I've made plenty of soups. I usually just make them with what I have in the house. But this one is going to be something I haven't made, but I made one similar to with something else, so I'll go through that with you. If I go too fast, I would say tell me and I'll slow down, but you can't tell me. Olive oil is heating up in the fourth pot on the stove. In goes the same girls and boys that went in all the others. Onion, one stalk of celery, and one carrot, minus, you know what? It's only me here. One carrot. And you know I have my garlic. And you notice that my immersion blender is still out because I'm going to do an immersion on this one. I might as well tell you what I'm making. That would be nice, wouldn't it? You'd like to know. If you don't like it, you're going to scroll on. I am making a butternut squash, apple, sweet potato, nutty bisque. What do you think of that? I'm making it up. You're going to see. I start all my soups the same. Onion, celery, carrot. I think the French word is a mirepoix, but that could be a bell pepper. There's one for bell pepper, onion, and celery, and then there's one for this. I'm French, but I don't know the word. Jim Rose, if you're watching, let me know. Of course, I don't have a knife out. I do. I can't see with my glasses on. I'm gonna chop up my garlic. Now it doesn't matter how big I chop it because I am going to use my immersion blender. But it does matter that I look at what I'm doing because when I'm making a video and I start chopping, I'm gonna lose a limb, people. I have great knife skills. I do. I usually do my knuckles like that. I usually keep my hands away. But when I talk and la la la, then all of a sudden, I mean, you can see my fingers are a little sliced. I've never done so much slicing. My husband makes the joke, you can never leave me alone. That's pretty true. So I'm going to put the garlic in. No, I'm not. I'm lying to you. I didn't salt and pepper that. So I always salt from up on top, and I pepper my onions, celery, and carrots. Little seasoned salt. I like seasoned salt. It gives it something. I don't add a lot of salt once I get done cooking, but I do start with salt. So I'm a pretty good judge of character for people and a pretty good judge of character for salt and spices in soups. I've had a lot of compliments on my soups over the years. In fact, 3 of the 4 soups I made are going to go in my daughter Courtney's car on Thursday. Not the whole thing. Portions for her. She loves all of them. When she lived home, she was my last child to still live home. And she went to put herself through college, and she's a teacher. I'm so proud of her. She is a teacher for 18 years, and she was still living home, working full-time as a waitress, going to college full-time, and student teaching full-time. So she stayed with me till she was 23. And yes, I used to get made fun of because I would make her a breakfast sandwich before she went out the door to college. And the girls I used to work with used to say, she's too old for that. I'm like, you know what? They're only little and young under your roof once. And once they're gone, they're gone. And now she's gone. So, and now she wishes I could be home making her a breakfast sandwich because she hates the kitchen. Well, that's not why we're here. Cutting board number 77 for the day. Butternut squash going in. This is a drop, hopefully in the pot soup again. I don't know what is going on with my technique. See, that's why I like those plastic cutting boards because you can bend them, curve them around so that they fit in the pot and you can drop everything in. But today I used every cutting board I own, I think, because I had it all set up. If you guys weren't here and I wasn't doing a video, all 4 pots would have been started at once. Now you might be grossed out by the next part. What I have here is a diced apple and a diced sweet potato with skin. Why? Because it's my kitchen. First reason. Second reason, skin is fiber and nutritious. Third reason, it isn't going to matter because this thing is going to make a bisque out of it in the end. Okay with that? All right, this is all me. I'm going to add a little bit of cinnamon. This is going to be a fall forward soup. I'm going to say that was a 1/4 spoon. I'm also going to add a little bit of nutmeg because there's a reason. Well, I told you the reason. It's my kitchen and it's fall and I want things that taste like the season. I don't know what that's going to do. I actually don't know. I mean, I'm going to put the things in that I think are going to taste good and I think it's going to taste good. I have a couple of ideas and you might like them and you might not. So I had another recipe that was similar. This is reduced sodium organic chicken broth. She's going in. My idea is, the other recipe I had peanut butter in it, nut butter of your choice. So that gives it protein. We're going in with the whole thing up, apparently. Gives it protein, and it gave it delicious flavor. But today, and again, this might not be your cup of tea, my little grandson is at a school that he can't have peanut butter at, and I have a jar of this sun butter, which is basically sunflower seeds. I'm putting some in. Don't know what it's going to taste like, but I'm putting it in. So I'm going to roughly put in, say, a 1/2 cup. Well, let's see. We're going to do it like this. I mean, have you had sunflower butter? It's good. So it's going to give it protein. It's delicious. I'm still not done. I got one more idea for this concoction. Notice I didn't put any seasonings other than nutmeg, salt, pepper, and seasoned salt, right? That's all I put in there. I'm going to guess sage would be good, so I'm going to put a little sage. And if this is terrible at the end, I'll let you know. I've still got one more plan. Are you still with me at all, or are you saying this lady's nuts? 1/4 teaspoon of sage. I will write all this down. I promise you. Now wait. Remember I put an apple in there? I put an apple in. I'm about to put in. Yep, you see it. I'm going to turn this on high. Some apple cider. 1/2 cup. So we got reduced sodium chicken broth, sunflower butter, sweet potatoes, apples, butternut squash, cinnamon, nutmeg, salt, pepper, garlic, a stalk of celery, an onion, a carrot. Looks like a big pile of vegetables floating in peanutty juice. So, what do you think? When I get done with it, I'll let you know what I think. The lid's going on. I got all the sun butter off of that. The lids are going on those. I'm going to clean up my mess. I'm going to try to pause you and then we're going to see how it comes out. We're back. Everything is softening up. I'm starting to immersion blend my soup. We're going to call this the Nutty Butternut Squash and Apple Soup. What do you think? Nutty Butternut Squash Sweet Potato Apple Soup. The Nutty Sweet Apple Soup. Lori's Nutty Concoction. I don't know, I'm going to call it something. I can tell you one thing. I already tasted the broth, and I've knocked it out of the park, at least for me. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to turn the burner right off so it stops bubbling. And I'm just trying to emulsify everything to make it a bisque consistency. Now remember, most bisques have cream. There's no milk in this one. There was milk in my cauliflower and my broccoli, but there's not milk in this one. When you use your immersion blender, and those other two had oats for fiber. This I put the skins on the apple and the skins on the sweet potato. I left them on because number one, I like them. Number two, I know the nutrients. I washed them. The nutrients are in them. And I'm not scared of a bisque having a chunk. Are you? Would you eat this? Or have you already left it high and dry? I mean, it looks perfect. Sorry for the noise. I'm trying to really get the chunks, the larger chunks on and talk to you at the same time. So I either got to look at the pot or look at you. Obviously, this hand has to keep moving for some reason. But here we go. I'm going to give it a taste. I'm not going to... I've cleaned up. I'm trying to clean up over here. Okay, girls and boys. This is the true test. Now, both my cream of broccoli and cream of cauliflower were perfect. Tiny bit of salt I added at the end. But nothing else. So what you saw me do on camera, that's that. This one, I've added nothing to since we started. First I used my smells. Now I just had, I'm going to show you. In this little tiny bowl I had some cauliflower. Now I have some broccoli. Remember, I'm on the soft food phase for having a molar pulled. So I got 3 soups here I can eat. I can't eat my hamburger vegetable, which is also done. So if I wasn't videoing, I would have made 4 pots of soup all at one time a long time ago. All right, I was trying to get this cool. I have no words. I have no words. I would lick that out of a sneaker. Sorry. I just made it. I went over there after we got done putting it in the pot and I wrote it all down. Maybe a little more of this. Not much. Everything else, this is a clean fork, so I'm going to stir. Why do you care if I use my double dipping spoon? It's my pot of soup. I know you're watching saying you're double dipping. There's no one else going to eat this. It's so good, people. I don't know. I make it up, but this is restaurant gourmet, sit there with your pinky out tea quality. I love you guys. Thanks for being here and watching this craziness. Bye.